your son's brain suffered significant damage during the stroke.
It'll all come back.
I did your father.
Mother, father, son. Wednesday, BBC. Celebrity Apprentice for Comic Relief continues tonight at 9 on BBC One.
La 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 la. It's the only way to block them out. I love my kids, but I'm kicking them all out as soon as they're 18.
6 Academy Awards, 7 Golden Globes. La La Land. Available now on BBC iPlayer.
Joe Tanner and comedian Grace Campbell join Joe Coburn in Politics Live at 12:15. First on BBC Two, all the headlines and breaking news from BBC Newsroom Live.
You're watching BBC Newsroom Live. It's 11 a.m. These are the main stories. Relatives of 10 people killed in West Belfast during the Troubles call for the Northern Ireland Secretary's resignation of controversial remarks about shootings.
On this International Women's Day, Karen Bradley is an insult to women, and if she has any decency in her at all, she will do the right thing and she will resign.
In a last attempt to get MPs to back her Brexit deal, Theresa May will urge EU leaders to agree to legally binding changes to the Irish backstop. A crisis in school funding? More than 7,000 head teachers across England write to pay, warning that schools are a threat. The government will grant formal diplomatic protection to Nazanin Zaghari Ratcliffe, the British Iranian woman who's been in jail in Iran for almost 3 years.
I've considered the unacceptable treatment Nazanin has received over 3 years, including not just lack of access to medical treatment, but also lack of due process in the proceedings brought against her.
Cracks in a nuclear reactor. New pictures emerge of Hunterston B power station in Ayrshire. And heading back to Earth, America's new astronaut capsule undocks from the International Space Station to start its journey home. Good morning. Welcome to BBC Newsroom Live. I'm Carrie Gracie. Families who lost relatives in shootings involving the British Army in Belfast in 1971 have rejected Karen Bradley's invitation to meet them and have been holding their own press conference in Stormont in the last half hour. Yesterday, the Secretary of State for Northern Ireland apologised for saying that deaths caused by the security services during the Troubles were not crimes. This is what she said in Parliament.
The fewer than 10% that were at the hands of the military and police were not crimes. They were people acting under orders and under instruction and fulfilling their duties in a dignified and appropriate way.
So that was Karen Bradley. Yesterday she said she was profoundly sorry for any hurt caused, and all of this comes a week ahead of an announcement on whether the British Army veterans are to be prosecuted for their role in the bloody Sunday shootings, in which 14 civilians were killed.
Yes, I'm standing outside the Old Bailey, where I can tell you that just in the last few minutes in the Shoreham trial, this is the report, the trial into the manslaughter case of Andrew Hill. He was the pilot who was flying the Hawker Hunter jet in 2015 when it crashed on the A27, killing 11 men. His manslaughter trial has been continuing for the last 8 weeks. The verdicts have just come in and he has been found not guilty on all 11 counts of manslaughter by gross negligence. Not guilty on all counts of manslaughter by gross negligence. There were 11 men who killed at today were Morris Abrahams, they were Dylan Arch, Anthony Brightwell, Matthew Brimstow, Matthew Jones, James Mallinson, Daniele Polito, Mark Reeves, Jacob Schilt, Richard Smith and Mark Trussler. And in the last few minutes, the pilot of the Hawker Hunter jet, which crashed onto the A27 on the 22nd of August 2015, has been found not guilty. The jury started their deliberations after 8 weeks of evidence on Wednesday afternoon. They deliberated all day yesterday. They came back in about 10:15 this morning, and as you can see, within half an hour, they've come back with their verdict. From inside, when those guilty verdicts were announced, some of the families who have been here throughout this 8-week trial started